Hi, my name is Ailey Dickerson and I'm part of the NX marketing team. Today I'm going to show you some tips and tricks for Draw Shape. This video is going to demonstrate how you can use Draw Shape. The model I will demo with today is this shoe created with an NX. I'm going to use the upper sole, so I'll go to that. The first thing to note is that if you're using a touchscreen with Draw Shape, it might be handy to enable touch mode, which will optimize the icons for a touchscreen. Draw Shape is a tool for designing and idea visualizing. Here I am demonstrating a couple of design ideas for detailing on this shoe. You could insert a raster image to trace or use Draw Shape as a guide for realize shape to create specific polygon models. To open Draw Shape, go up to Curve and you'll find Draw Shape. Click on the face or faces you want to draw on and click OK. Something which can be useful before you start is symmetric modeling. It allows you to mirror what you were sketching. For example, if you were to also draw on the left shoe here. I don't want this for now though, so I'm just going to click Cancel. The first feature to note is Draw Stroke. Draw Stroke will create a line of exactly what your pen is drawing. It will not create a spline with points or snap to any shape. It can be useful for drawing or creating guides. The other option for drawing is Draw Curve. It will create a spine as you curve or draw, and it can snap to primitive shapes, straight lines, and it will even connect the ends of your lines and help smooth your strokes. You can adjust all this in the settings. You can change a stroke to a curve using Curve from Stroke, as I've done here. I can go and I can edit the lines I have drawn. So for example here, I want a smoother stroke than I've got. So I'm going to go and I'm going to delete some of the points that were created when I was drawing. You can also go back and adjust any of these points on the line you've drawn if you weren't happy with it. So that's what I'm going to do here, just to create a smoother curve from what I had initially. I'm going to click OK once I'm done. And I'm going to go back to the top curve too, and I'm also going to do the same. You can use all the same sketching tools you'd be able to use on a normal sketch. So for example here, I'm going to use Extend, and I'm going to extend the lines to cross over, and then I'm going to use the Trim tool to trim the edges. Do be aware though, if you're using the trim tool and you have any sketches on the other side of your shape, it may trim those as well, so just check that you're not doing that. You can also change the visual appearance of your line. So for example here, I want to make the top line look the same as the bottom, so I can change the width, and I can also change the color to be the same pink shade. Again, you can use the other tools that you would get in a normal sketch like fillet or offset. So that's what I'm going to do right now. You can use this to edit all the shapes which you have drawn by hand. It will snap onto your selected 3D face and follow the same form, which is something you won't get with the standard sketching. And once you're happy with the shape you've created, you can click Finish and exit Draw Shape. Now you can see if you turn it around that it's followed the same 3D form. One thing you can do with a sketch like this is add extra dimension to your visualizing process. So I'm going to turn on the original sketches I had. So I'm going to go up to the top and search for Fill Surface. So Fill Surface will create a sheet body between the lines I've drawn. Here, I'm just going to select a couple of the enclosed shapes I had already drawn. And then you can see it's creating a sheet body. Let's change it to connected curves. And I'll just do a couple of them to show you. I'll go up to the top and search again for this time for Thicken. The Thicken tool will create some more geometry from these sheet bodies I've created. So I'll select the fill surface that's appeared in the part navigator. And this first part, I'm gonna make negative 0.1 and offset to 0.6. Since it's negative 0.1, it means it overlaps with the body below. So I'm then gonna choose the unite boolean and unite it to the bottom. And as you can see here, it's created a 3D surface. So I'm going to do the same for these other two sections, except this time I'm going to subtract them so that you get a kind of dented section. You could also do it so that it goes the whole way through and you have a hole. This can just help visualize design changes a bit more, and it shows how draw shape can benefit your design process in a few different ways. So I'll just hide the lines and the sheet bodies and you can see the full visual effect.